How are we doing, everyone? Sam here, United People's TV in the Legacy Arms. We're back after a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since the City game. And today we are waiting for Manchester United against Watford. How are you feeling ahead of kickoff? What's your feelings about Solskjaer, about the football, about everything that's going on with Manchester United at the moment? That's what I'm here to talk about in this pre-match build-up show. The team news will be out in T-minus less than 10 minutes. You'll be here. I'll be joined by members on screen. We can have a chat about the team reaction. We're going to take a quick look at the tactics throughout this entire show. We're going to speak about what Rio Ferdinand's been saying in the build-up to the game, what Gary Neville has been saying in the build-up to the game. But it's been, let's be honest, it's been a shitty couple of weeks, for United fans. After everything that happened post Liverpool, and that was painful enough. To have City compound that misery, and for Solskjaer to then not be replaced, it seemed inevitable, really, after the City game, but it didn't happen. And now we're here in the Watford game, and all of us are probably going to go into this game with sort of confused emotions, confused feelings about. It's odd. It's very, very odd. And as always, throughout this entire stream, I'm going to answer as many comments of yours as I possibly can, as I always do. Let me see who's joined in straight away. We've got Danny. Good morning to good afternoon to you, or good afternoon there, sir. Aaron watching from Jamaica. Nice. Peter, Keith, I can see you. How are you doing, everyone? But look, Matt, I can see you there as always. Nice to see everybody joining in. Takeoff, you're joining in as well, and Christopher. Look, it's as I said, it's a bit of a strange feeling going into this game for me today. I thought the change of manager was a complete necessity after City. After the continued, we expected, we were told by the players that there was going to be a response after the Liverpool game, and there wasn't a response after the Liverpool game. It was anything but that. It was just like an affirmation of how bad we were, really, against Liverpool and against City together. I can see a comment there that's caught my eye from Matt. I'll let you answer that in the comments, ladies and gents. Matt Walker asking whether is this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's judgment day. You let me know what you think in the comments. I'll try and read a few of yours out. But my opinion there on that one, Matt, is quite simple, actually. Because I think if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't sacked after Liverpool and wasn't sacked after City, why would he be sacked after Watford? I don't know how losing to Watford today changes it. Maybe I'm completely wrong in that, eh? Maybe I'm not seeing it from the right angle here, but I just don't see how all of a sudden Manchester United would decide after Watford today, if we were to lose, that things all of a sudden have to change when we had 2 weeks an opportunity to do it during the international break. Danny, you're saying his judgment day has been and gone. Danny, you're saying no way. Kaz, you're disagreeing. You're saying yes, it's now or never. Matt Stan, you're saying no, absolutely not. Look, as I said, I personally, I don't see how today can be the measure. It's a bit of a, I'll be honest, it's a bit of a lose-lose situation, this game today. And I don't want to come in here with like a massively negative approach to it. You know me by now. Those who have been followers and members and subscribers of United People's TV, you know that I try to always take the positive spin on it. Sometimes foolishly, I'll admit that, but it's my way of approaching things. And I call this game today a lose-lose situation because if we win against a Watford team which hasn't scored in 4 of their last 5 games, a team who, they've been pretty damn poor all season long. So we won't get much in terms of credit. It won't be considered. It's not going to be, everything's fine and dandy if we go and beat Watford, is it? Because we got pumped by Liverpool and pumped by City. So that's what I mean when I say it's a lose-lose situation. If we win, it's not going to change much. If we lose, it's going to compound everything. Chris, how are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Saying very happy that football is back, but nervous that United is playing. If we win, we'll just lose 2 more after. Obviously, we've got Villarreal coming up on Tuesday or Wednesday, not sure which one it is. And then we've got Chelsea on Sunday. And right now, well, let's check what the live score is. Chelsea are playing Leicester at the moment. Last time I checked, it was 2-0 to Chelsea, and it still is 2-0 to Chelsea after 67 minutes. They are looking very, very good. I'll tell you what, right? It's been so long since, well, it feels like it's been so long since football happened. you might not remember what the table's looking like. So let's take a quick look at the Premier League table ahead of the game today. As I said, the team news is going to be out in 4 minutes. If we predict, this was my predicted 11. Sod the table, actually. Let's go straight to my predicted 11. This was a team I predicted to see today. I've genuinely, I'm probably going to be wrong with it, but I've gone for Van der Beek and Fred in the middle. The disruptor of Fred and Van der Beek starting. I think Van der Beek will actually get a chance today. I do think he'll start. I might be wrong there completely, but we'll see. Josh, with an excellent shout out there, £2 super chat for Adriel. Happy birthday to Adriel. Everybody say happy birthday to Adriel in the comments. I'm not sure you're going to have that great birthday today, mate, because United are playing. But yeah, I predicted to see Fred and Van der Beek in the middle with Bruno, a back four of Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, and Wan-Bissaka and De Gea. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. And a front four of Bruno, Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, and Ronaldo up front. I'm sure I'm going to be way wrong, eh? I'm sure we're probably going to see, mate, if Fred and McTominay start today, it's going to be World War III on there, isn't it? It's going to be World War goddamn 3. And you can't rule it out. McTominay missed the Scotland internationals with, I think, an illness. So I think he's absolutely fine to play. But I just think we do need Fred in. I think we do need Fred in there, and I think we do need Van der Beek in there. I don't know how it's going to work as a partnership if they were to play together, but that's just my prediction. As I said, it might be completely wrong. Let's go back, as I said, let's quickly look at the Premier League table and see how we're getting on. So this is it. This is live at the moment. This is including Chelsea's. If they were to hold on to that 2-0 win against Leicester, they'd be 12 points ahead of Manchester United before we kick off against Watford. That's substantial, mate. They've only played 12 games. To be 12 points ahead after 12 games is absolutely wow. That's a lot of points. Now, luckily for United, really, Liverpool and Arsenal, I believe, play on Sunday. So there's going to be someone dropping points there. And United will probably have an opportunity maybe to go level with Arsenal. Arsenal somehow turning it around, really, under Mikel Arteta. And so many question marks were asked about him and his management style. And it seems to be going well for them right at the moment. Right, team news. I'm going to keep refreshing Man United's feed. Wait for the team news to come out. We have a look at the squad that is there today. We've got Grant, Heaton, and De Gea. By Maguire, Lindelof, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, and Telles. So the only Varane, obviously, there's no Varane there. Matic, Fred, Fernandes, McTominay, Mata, Van der Beek, and Lingard, and Sancho, Martial, Rashford, and Ronaldo. So no Greenwood? Oh, is Greenwood not fit? That's an interesting one. And maybe I'll actually be right then about Jadon Sancho. I don't know what to expect from our team, says Peter. Hey, you know what? Ladies and gents in the comments, what are you expecting? What are you feeling? Do you think United could turn it around today? Do you think United could this be the beginning of an upward trajectory? Because we all know. Oh, shut the screen there. We all know that Solskjaer has been someone who, when he gets close to the brink, he's turned it around. But then Leicester's happened past that brink. Liverpool's happened past that brink, and City has happened past that brink. So I'm not sure that he's capable of doing it this time. I don't know. Maybe the brink's further away than I thought it was. But after Liverpool and City, in my opinion, there's some irreparable damage that's been done there. Paul Pogba's obviously not going to be playing today. He's suspended, first of all. And second of all, he's injured and he won't play probably before Christmas. And we've got 11 games between now and New Year. Apparently it's 3-0 now to Chelsea. Well, that's just terrific. I do care, but arseholes. Anyway, I think the team news is going to come out any second now. So let me refresh the page and see. And the team news is indeed out. Let's get it on the screen for you now. And then I will quickly get it out on the socials. And then we'll have a nice chat about it. And I'll bring a couple of you on to talk. But this is the team. Let's see and react to it together. Because I actually haven't looked at it yet. We've got De Gea. Oh, that's it. Oh. Okay. So we've got De Gea. We've got Lindelof and Maguire as the two centre-backs. We've got Shaw and Wan-Bissaka as the two fullbacks. A midfield, what looks like Matic and McTominay sitting behind Fernandes with Rashford on the left, with Sancho on the right, and Ronaldo up front. So I got the front four right. I didn't get the midfield right in any way, shape, or form. Donny van der Beek does not start for Manchester United. Donny van der Beek is on the bench there alongside Fred. Now McTominay and Matic together. My word. My word. Right, ladies and gents, you let me know what you think in the comments there. Give me 30 seconds. I'll get this out on the socials and then we can have a conversation about it. But my initial surprise is there as I'm thinking about it. Probably Van der Beek. I did genuinely, for the life of me, I expected Van der Beek to start today. Van der Beek doesn't start. Matic and McTominay. Matic and McTominay. That's such a slow midfield, man. Matic and McTominay together. I'm not sure about that. I am happy about Sancho. Sancho and Rashford do both start. Quite happy with that front four. But no Donny again. No Donny again. And Matic and McTominay is just a midfield which, I'll be honest, it doesn't inspire you in any way, shape or form. Really does it. And that's not being unfair to them. It's just a reality. Matic and McTominay very much a stinks of a Mourinho midfield, that, doesn't it? In my opinion, anyway. Let me just quickly see it. Matic and McTominay start. Publish. There we go. And let's get it out on Twitter too. And then we can have a conversation about it. But make sure you're getting your comments in. Right, let's go. Let's have a look. Let me see what you're thinking. This is fucked. Ollie is clueless, says Victor. Don't sit on the fence. Ollie's a pure shithouse. Slower than any midfield I've seen. This midfield's going to be static, says Owen. I'll tell you what, look, let's bring someone in. Or I know you're Donny van der Beek. You're basically his biggest fanboy. So I'm going to bring you in because you're obviously going to be chirpy and happy about that.
Oh, Sam.
How you doing, bud?
All right, yeah. How does Donny not start? How does Donny not start? Like, what? Out of all the games, why is he playing McTominay and Matic who's so we've got Maguire and Lindelof, two really slow centre backs, and I'm pretty sure we're playing against King, Ismail Lassar, and the guy that they call Dennis. Like they call him Dennis, but he's got like some last name. But the three front players are fast, mobile, and to play. Oh, I'm angry. I'm fucking angry, man.
That's a very. I think that's basically the slowest midfield he could have played.
Yeah. Why?
Matic and McTominay, of all the partnerships I've seen in midfield for Manchester United, they do not and will not move. And even if you don't like Fred as a footballer, you can understand the sort of disruptive nature that he does have inside that midfield. Matic is somebody who is just too old now.
He's too old. He's just not mobile enough. I mean, Matic and Donny, Fred and McTominay, I understand. Fred and Donny, I understand. Fred and Pogba, I understand. But I just don't understand why he's playing those two, McTominay and Matic.
I can't really explain that. On a more positive note, we've got Sancho and Rashford. Sancho and Rashford. I've managed to call that right for once, which is good. But there's no Greenwood inside the squad. Maybe if Greenwood was there, maybe Greenwood would be starting. But I think your frustration is probably going to be reflected among United fans, really, in a game where, as I said, I don't think losing today will lose Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job. Not after the fact that he wasn't set. I might be wrong, and as I said, I'll put my hands up and say I am wrong there. But in a game where he needed a bit of inspiration, in a game where it had to be the start of something different, right?
The shirt I'm wearing.
We made him take it off, man, because he's not.
I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go upstairs after this and get changed into like a retro shirt. I'm absolutely fuming. Like, to be honest, if we win today, I think Ollie will be gone. Whether it's a matter of time before. I'm just angry at the moment. I mean, we've got our centre backs. Our defense is slow. Like we're playing against Josh King and Sarr and Dennis. Like they're so mobile. I don't know what the game plan is. How we're going to cope with the pace.
What's your prediction then? What's your prediction?
I was telling the boys on the WhatsApp group that if Donny plays, we're going to win 4-0. And if he didn't start, if he didn't play, it's going to be 1-1. But I think we'll win. To be honest, I think we'll win like 2-1, 2-0. I don't know. I haven't enjoyed watching United for the past 5-6 weeks. I mean, it's just.
Well, you're not the only one there, eh?
Yeah, I just.
No,
I don't know.
It's unfortunately it's a midfield which it won't inspire anybody. But at the same time, you look, we're playing a Watford team that hasn't scored in the last four of the last 5 games, and occasionally we all know it. Matic does come up with like a purple patch form. Like out of nowhere, he can put in an absolute stormer. So I can't rule it out today because Watford, technically on paper, are shitty. It's a bit like playing Spurs. It kind of suits United.
Yeah, I think they're on the same form as us too. In like their past 5 or 6 games, they've only won 1 game. Yeah. So if we can't beat Watford, I don't know. Like I just.
Yeah, if you can't beat Watford, you may as well just end it now, eh?
Yeah.
But I'll let you go upstairs. I'll let you go get changed.
I'm going to go upstairs and get changed, and then.
Well, nice to speak to you, buddy. I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, Sam. Bye.
Oh, also, I apologize to all and to everyone. I haven't got the lava lamp up just yet. Don't worry, it's going to get done over the weekend. It's just I've been a bit busy, but don't worry, it's going to get done. But hey, that's team news, which is definitely going to rock the boat a bit. I would say it's team news where after what we saw in the build up to the game, what we heard in the build up to the game about Donny van der Beek's been really impressing in training this week. You know, from the Athletic, is saying Donny van der Beek has really shown that he's in contention to start against Watford. And again, the expectations and the hope was built up, and then it's Matic and McTominay. Chris, nice, thank you for the super chats, buddy. In a game that Ollie knows he can't afford to lose, he went with his trusted 11. Van der Beek isn't one of them, and I'm not surprised. And that's a very good comment there, Chris. And I think there's something that we've all said all along, is that that trust and that loyalty. It's what I said in my video during the week. So 5 things that Solskjaer has to change is that he has to move away and shift away from what he considers to be a safety net in players like that he just continues playing regardless of form. Whereas in reality, it's like a parachute on his back when he's trying to do a 100-meter sprint. You know, like the players that do that to try and like do strength training because it slows them down and it gives more resistance. That's exactly what Solskjaer is kind of doing by starting these certain players and not starting other players. And as I've said before, and this is something I think we all should admit together, is Donny van der Beek is not a god. Donny van der Beek is not a midfield god. He's not going to come in and our midfield's going to look absolutely world-beating simply because Donny's in it. But when you've got the other options that we have, it doesn't make sense to not be playing Donny van der Beek. He's gone for Matic and McTominay today. Now, how's that midfield setup going to line up? If we go over here, we take a quick look at the tactics board. I can see there's a few more of you down here in the arms. Salim, I can see you. I'll bring you in next. Anuj and Matt, I can see you both as well. Lads, I'll bring you in at some point. But if we go over here quickly and we look at the tactics board, and we sort of have a discussion about how this midfield setup is going to work, really. Technically, on paper, maybe in training, what you would expect to do is Manchester United in possession. It should be Matic doing that, dropping a little bit deeper, and McTominay shifting forward a bit. But in that sense, you'd be like, oh, why the fuck wouldn't you just play Van der Beek in that position then? Because if you're going to allow McTominay to go forward, then Donny van der Beek could do it better than McTominay, right? So in that sense, maybe they're not going to be playing like that. Maybe they really are expecting Watford to play well, Watford to come up against us, and for United to simply be playing a proper midfield pivot like that. Matic and McTominay alongside each other, basically moving sideways rather than moving up and down, not trying to do any sort of vertical lines. I don't know. Or you disagree with me, you say Donny is a god. I'm fuming. You are fuming, sir. You're not the only one. I tell you what, you need a drink. Have a little drink. The arms is open after all. As I said, if I'm looking at if I'm trying to pull positives out of this starting 11, I'm pulling that one. I want to see a Sancho show today, man. Come on, Jaden. Come on. I think the last time I said that was Young Boys, and that was when fucking Wan-Bissaka decided to get sent off, and then Sancho got hooked, and I was like, I was so disappointed for Jaden because I thought that was a real opportunity for him to really sort of assert himself, and he wasn't able to do it, obviously. So today we're gonna Watford. I mean, it's obvious where the danger for Watford's going to be. It's probably going to be Ismail Sarr down that side, and I don't know who plays down there. I think you said it was a bloke called Dennis, but it's Sarr. Sarr's going to be the real danger point. But as I said, look, let's take a look at Watford's recent results, and United have got to go into this. I mean, my word, man. Look, so they lost against Arsenal 1-0 last game before the international break. Game before that, they were beaten 1-0 by Southampton. Now, game before that, they somehow pumped Everton 5-2. And of course, we drew to Everton at Old Trafford. Then they lost 5-0 game before that to Liverpool. No shame in that. Liverpool looking very good this season. And then the game before that, they lost to Leeds 1-0. So in 4 of their last 5 games, they haven't scored a goddamn goal. And Manchester United are playing today. So look, they lost at home to Southampton. They lost at home to Liverpool. And now they're playing United. You know, what's your predictions for the game today, eh? What's your predictions? Because based on Watford's recent form, you would say United have got the advantage. But then if you go and look at Man United's recent form, you'd say, well, Jesus Christ, I would probably say that Watford have got the advantage. And, you know, what's your reaction to that starting 11? How angry are you about Donny van der Beek? Let me know in the comments, because I know there's going to be a lot of discontent. A lot of discontent. And you're saying, Sam, you could be reading out our results. That's what I'm saying. Like, their form has been abysmal, but so is Manchester United. So if you're looking at form going into the game, you could argue it's probably on a level playing field. Watford have been bad, but Manchester United have been humiliated. So it's different levels, yes, but equally as bad going into the game. Paula, how you doing? Nice to see you. Saying excited to see Jaden starting. Disappointed to see Donny warming the bench yet again. I'll tell you what, let's bring Salim in. He's looking like a happy, chirpy chap. Let's see what's going on and how he's feeling ahead of the game. Salim, sir, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, Sam.
How you feeling? I bet you're happy.
Yes, very happy. Look, Sam, I
what's your
made
reaction?
peace with that. Let's say I don't care anymore who plays or not, because we know now how Solskjaer gonna play, and how matter you put there, it will be the same. Let's say if we bring who's the best center mid now? Let me guess. Let's bring Suchek and Declan Rice, and put
Yep.
them instead of Fred and McTominay. It will be the same.
So you think at this point it's kind of, it doesn't really matter about the personnel inside the starting 11. It's still going to be the same sort of performances.
Yes, it will be the same. You know, I knew. I never believed in Solskjaer he can do something in Manchester United. I love Solskjaer as player, but as a manager, he's crap. Honestly.
So what's your prediction of the game then?
Prediction of the game. I don't know. Manchester can do anything. They can win. Obviously, Watford is bad side. We should attack them. And Matic, I'm not surprised, but you need someone like Van de Beek or someone else to do the job in the offensive side.
Yep. I won't disagree with that. I suppose if you can remember playing West Ham away when it was Fred and McTominay. McTominay was really given the freedom to play like a box-to-box midfielder.
Yes.
So you would expect that's what he's being tasked with today. But it's just,
I know he's good at that. He's good. He's very good at that. But they will sit back. I don't think Watford will give us the space to play.
Yeah. We got Miller saying that it seems that Solskjaer doesn't learn his lessons. And I mean, yeah, as I said, like
he never did,
personally,
Sam.
No, he never has. He's been very stubborn.
He kept playing McFred. Who Maguire was injured, was playing. Shaw have bad performance. He played the next game, etc. And
yeah,
he bought Sancho and put him in the left. And it happened before to Dan James. He should play on the left. He was playing on the right.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you there, mate. I can't disagree. I mean, we've all had a bit of a strange feeling going into this weekend's fixtures after what's happened during the international break. It's for a lot of us, it's sort of past the point of no return. But
Yes,
we've still got to see, and we've still got what we. I mean, we'll all support United, of course we will. I'm not
yes,
ever going to sit
of
here and
course.
watch and want United to lose, but with
No,
that
no.
starting 11 today, you can probably see the same sort of midfield issues happening that have been happening,
Yes, it will be
and
the same.
that's a concern. That's a real concern. But look,
You know,
Salim,
I saw some coaches, they tried, let's say, they took, he took Lindelof and put him at the number 6, just to try.
yeah, right,
I was watching last time Brighton manager, I guess. He tried 13 formation. He
yeah.
tried 13 tactic. I'd be worried if I'm a manager will try a 13 tactic, but he's trying. And we Solskjaer we keeping the same. As,
Well,
but not only him, huh? The coaching staff also.
yeah. Well, I can't disagree with anything you're saying. I've got a bit of a moody
Because the
feeling going into the
performance
game.
you see in the pitch, it's what happened in the training ground.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
I
What I'll do.
I read that they're trying to turn Sancho as a right wing back. Why?
Oh yeah, that was angered. But at least he's starting right wing today. Hey, let's look a little positive there. Come on,
Yes.
Sancho to score a cracker.
Yes. He
You
will.
never know. He might do it. He might. I
I'm
hope he
happy
does.
to
But
see
look,
Sancho starting in the right.
so am
Finally.
I, man. Finally, we've been waiting for it for a long time. But hopefully, Sancho and Rashford can do the job, and Ronaldo too, and you can enjoy the game. Hey, so try and
Yes.
enjoy the game as much as you can, and I'll do the exact same, Salim.
You
And
know,
I'll speak
Sam,
to anybody.
last game of Manchester I have enjoyed.
What was that?
It was Manchester against Liverpool, Van Hal time. This is the game I enjoyed watching the game.
Yeah.
That was the last game.
Well, let's hope you can enjoy today then. Hey.
Yeah.
We'll take it easy, Salim. I'll speak to you soon.
Ciao.
Hey, look, but Salim's sort of like reflective of a lot of United fans, man. It is a bit sad right now, but I'll tell you what, let's quickly head over and see what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been saying about that starting 11, about his selection choices and why he's done them. Let's have a look. Obviously, Sancho started his career at Watford. Forgot about that. Ronaldo. Do you think Ronaldo's going to score today? Ronaldo or Sancho? Who do you back to score today? Do you back both of them to score? Do you back either of them to score? Oh, look. Oh, great. Mason's got COVID. Oh, well, that's Greenwood out for a while then. What's that mean? He's out for like 10 days or something? Depends, I suppose. What else have you been saying down there? Yeah, Greenwood's got COVID. What else? Right, that's a kind of a surprise. Outside, yeah, get well. Let me retweet that. Get well soon, Mason. Thank you very much. But Mason's out. That's exactly why Mason's out. That's probably exactly why Jadon Sancho is starting. Jadon Sancho has been having a very good week. He's looking forward to playing on his old patch, says Solskjaer. What else has he been saying? Blah, blah, blah. Everything I've seen this week in training bodes very well. They've been bright. They've looked after themselves when they've been away. And it's important now that the Watford game is the start of what's to come. Well, Ollie, it was important. Just as important to say that before the Liverpool game, just as important to say that before the City game, and nothing happened on either of those games. So that's why a lot of fans feel like it's a little too late. Anyway, we know we need to do better. Well, that's an understatement of the century. We know we've not been playing as well as we can. Well, that's also an understatement of the century. We can do better. Oh, also an understatement of the century. I'm sure we will do better. Well, that's questionable. Hello, Salim. Hello, Mini Salim. I can't see your name. But we got plenty of babies, and Matt, I can see Matt Jr. You're joining in too. It's gonna be. I'll bring you on here very, very soon. But yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Oh look, Cleverly. Oh my god. Yeah, still Cleverly. My only memory that I'm ever going to have of Tom Cleverly is Man United beating Arsenal 8-2, and we had Cleverly and Anderson in midfield. That was a great day. That's Tom Cleverly. That's all we need to remember about Tom Cleverly. And also, fun fact, I was hiding I was in St James's Park watching when I think we beat Newcastle 3-0 and Tom Cleverley scored from a cross. And I was sitting just below the away end, sort of like incognito. It was a good one, that was. But yeah, Tom Cleverley, he might be starting today. Actually, let's quickly have a look at the Watford starting 11. See if we can't get that one up. Watford Football Club, there you are. Who's in your team? There you go. Team's out. And Cleverley starts. So you've got Ben Foster in goal, or the cycling GK. You have got King starting up front. You've got Sissoko starting in midfield. Sarr and Dennis probably as the two wingers. I don't really know who their wing backs are or who their midfielders are, but that looks like, mate, get it on SofaScore. Anyway, Tom Cleverley starting. So hopefully he can. Tom Cleverley will probably play better than both Matic and McTominay, won't he? The good thing about this period now, says Solskjaer, is that we have no international break and no distractions. It's us. We're here together for 4 months until the next international break. Yeah, we are. We have got 4 months and we've got a lot of games coming up. McTominay making his 100th Premier League appearance. Look, what is your opinion on Scott McTominay? Let me quickly head down to the comments now because I really want to hear your opinion on this. Scott McTominay is somebody who divides opinion quite a lot, and that's being polite, really. When he's good, he's great. Leeds last season scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. When he's allowed to properly play as a box-to-box midfielder, I think Scott McTominay is a very good player. When he's tasked with playing in a more disciplined role, he's a good enough listener and learner that he can do okay in that role, but it's not natural to him. Same thing as playing Marcus Rashford on the right wing instead of the left wing. He can do it, but it's not natural to him. He has to think about things before he's doing it. It's a bit like asking McTominay to be down in a midfield discipline role. JK, nice to see you watching from Canada, if I remember correctly. Sarr versus Shaw today down Watford's right-hand side. How do you think that will go? It's definitely going to be one of the most crucial points for Manchester United to get right in this game today. Luke Shaw, we know, has been bang out of form. If you're looking at Ismail Sarr down here, he's definitely going to be a handful. Did he score against us before? I think he did. So that's definitely going to be an issue. And if you're looking at that, that screams of a problem. Because technically what you normally do against a player like that, if you're trying to cut the space for him, you would get Matic, you would get whoever's in midfield to come in and double up with Shaw. Matic doubling up, what's he going to do? Probably put a bet on Matic to get a yellow card within the first 25 minutes of the game today. Depends what the referee's doing. But Matic will probably just try and do those sneaky ones where he just like basically just runs in front of Sarr and then pretends that he didn't get in the way. Because normally what you would do on someone like Sarr is double up on him to squeeze the space out. It's an interesting question from JK there. But let me go down here and see what you're thinking about Scott McTominay. Takeoff, you're saying that he is a good squad player if he's played correctly. That I won't disagree with whatsoever. Jim O'Neill, you're saying he's box to box a great engine. And again, I would personally say that as well. I would say as a good box to box player, McTominay offers a lot to this squad. I think he does. Georgie, you're saying I like Scott. I think he would shine under a better coach. And let's be honest, I think McTominay has improved quite a lot under Solskjaer. Remember that he was brought through by Mourinho. Remember when Mourinho brought him through and basically made an award up for him to give him an award at the end of the season. And everyone was like, huh? And then McTominay's sort of like come through and played better since then. But it's an odd one. I'll tell you what, I'll head down to the arms and bring someone else in. Bring Matt in and Matt Jr. Seems a bit busy down there. I'll bring you in, sirs. How are you doing?
Hey.
How you doing, Matt?
How we doing,
hey,
bud?
How you doing, guys?
You say hi.
Hi. Hey. How are you feeling about the game today? Are you excited about the football?
Oh, man, I'm excited to come back after the international break, that's for sure. I got a list over here. First off, the lineup, that's crazy. Crazy, man, crazy. Having the slowest midfield ever. McTominay and Matic there. Second of all, I think Donnie's class to me, man, because he hasn't really made a huge fit about not playing at all. He's been taking it step by step, taking his day, enjoying life. So Donnie's real class to me, man. 3, glad to see Sancho starting, man. Real happy to see it, but it's kind of sad to see Greenwood getting COVID though. So hopefully he gets well.
What's
And,
what's the name of Matt? What's Matt Junior's name?
Xavier.
Xavier. Hi. Xavier, are you excited for the game today? Are you excited?
You excited for the game? Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the score's going to be?
Yeah.
Oh man, last time I was rooting for us. We've been losing the past 2 times. Every time it was like we're going 3-2 every time. Let's do 2-1 us, just to see. Just because Sar scored on us before against Shaw, and Shaw's banged up as it is, as like you said before. So that's going to be tough on the left side.
It will be tough. Let's fingers crossed hope for a better performance today, and I hope you can enjoy the game.
Yeah, man. Cheers, mate.
Nice to speak to you. Take it easy.
You too, bud.
Well, we've got Matt and Xavier there back in United to win. We've got a comment there from Jonathan, which is an interesting one. Why is it always the same people on? Jonathan, the Arms is open for any member on YouTube or Facebook. There's a link that's posted into both the community tab on YouTube and in the Facebook private members group for any member to come in. So there's so many of you that could jump on, but these are the regular guys that always come into the Arms and sit and have a conversation with me ahead of the game. Jonathan, if you'd love to join, I think you're already a member. Come on and come in. I'd love to have a conversation with as many of you as possible, but these are the regulars that always come on. Let's head back to the tactics board. Let's head back to the starting 11, and let's see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been saying anything else ahead of kickoff. And as always, keep firing in your comments, your opinions, everything you want to say. Right, he has. He's been saying a couple more things. Let's see if we can pull this one up then and see what else. Whoop. Scott McTominay. You never know. Scott McTominay could have a blinder today. He's capable. He's capable. Right, let's pull these up. Let's pull these quotes up. Solskjaer, you've got to trust yourself, but you've also got to turn up. We know that the game is here and now. You can't wait for these things to happen. We've been talking about making things happen. Yeah, you have. Be a hard team to play against and win the ball in good positions. We know Watford have got pace, strength, and direct. There'll be loads of balls played forward if we win the first and the second ball. Blah, 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 blah. It's a bit blah, blah, blah now, isn't it? I don't really care to hear, if I'm being completely honest, I don't really care to hear what Solskjaer has to say ahead of the game now. I don't really care to hear what any of the players say. I don't care. I just want to see the players perform. And today is something I've massively said in my sort of semi-preview, I suppose, of the game. I said, look, the result today is ultimately what will reduce or increase the pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Whether or not we win today is where the pressure will change. But in terms of changing the narrative with the fan base, and that's just as important, in my opinion, that at this point, when you've reached a stage like this, we need the performance. As I said, we can't afford for today to be like Manchester United up against it, Watford having loads of chances, De Gea having an absolute man of the match performance, and then United in like the 85th minute, Ronaldo getting a headed winner, and us winning 1-0. That's not the sort of performance that will change the narrative among the fans. We should be going there against a Watford team that haven't scored in 4 of their last 5 games. Where are they in the Premier League? Let's have a look. 17th. They are 5 points off bottom. They are 2 points off the relegation zone. We're playing Watford. Man United should be going there today with our chests puffed out. It's been a while since I said that. I don't know why I like saying that so much. But we should be going there with utter confidence that we should be dominating. And look at that team, man. You're playing Watford. Absolutely no disrespect to Watford, but we're playing Watford. They came up and they don't look like they've got enough to stay up. We've got De Gea in there. We've got Ronaldo in there, Rashford in there, Bruno in there, Sancho in there. Jeez, we've got so much in there that we should be brushing this team aside. And what are you saying here? Saying Ollie is smart. He knows that we're not much better than Watford, so he's gone with a more defensive lineup. Too many people gassed up, think we are big dogs, but we're not. We haven't been for over 10 years. But we are big dogs. Look at that team. Whether or we're not a big team, but we're a team full of big dogs. Inside there are so many world-class players. Maybe not so many, but there's world-class players in there That Watford team is not. Watford will be scrapping for relegation all season long. And that it's part of the mentality mind shift, man. The mentality mind shift that we didn't when we went into the Liverpool and City game. I think the players half conceded that we were going to get pumped anyway. It's just the way it almost seemed. Probably wrong in saying that, but it's the way it felt, certainly. And I think the thing that angered me the most out of all of it was the utter lack of reaction between the Liverpool and the City games. To hear and see people and players coming out and saying, we'll be better. We're hurt as players. And then between Liverpool and City, it being 2 weeks. And then for that City game to happen, it was just like, really? It's just like, then you realize it's just lips. It sounds like lip service from the players rather than anything that they truly, genuinely feel. Nick with an excellent point here. 2 clean sheets out of 22 doesn't boost confidence. How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments, yes or no. Do you think United are capable of keeping a clean sheet today? With Matic and McTominay, we should be more defensively sound. But I don't really think that matters too much because the danger from Watford is going to be coming down the wings. So if you're looking at stacking a midfield, they're not going to be playing centrally too often if they're going to be playing through Ismail Assar. Or you're saying, I just want to enjoy watching United again. We need to win and win with style. If we lose today and lose to Chelsea, I try so hard and get so far. Big up Linkin Park. Yeah, go on Linkin Park. Everyone loves a bit of Linkin Park, right? But we got Chelsea on Sunday, man. Stamford Bridge. Although I don't think we've actually lost there under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think it's 4 games unbeaten. Somehow Solskjaer has turned Stamford Bridge into a playground, and it's always been one of our bogey grounds. Bogey. Even when United were dominating, we never really had the best of results there. Paula, you don't think that United will be keeping a clean sheet or have any chance of it today? Ryan, you're saying no as well. And Empilontal, you're saying just watch the Chelsea game and it was great football. I'm going to guess that finished 3-0 now. And I'll tell you what, Brendan Rodgers is struggling this year. Really struggling with that Leicester team. As I said, he's definitely stagnated there quite a bit. No clean sheet, says Jim. I've no confidence in that back four at all. And I'll be completely honest. I don't have any confidence that back four is going to be keeping a clean sheet. We go over here. We head to this tactics board. Again, we have a quick little peep, a quick little chat. Maguire and Shaw as a partnership, just individually as a partner, have just been absolutely abysmal this year. I don't know what happened to them after Euro 2020. That really must have affected them badly, because I would argue that Shaw and Maguire could both have easily been included in the Euro 2020 team of the tournament. Remember, Harry Maguire was injured going into that, and then he missed, I think, the first game or first 2 games, and then he was dominant. And I was like, wow, Euro 2020. And I remember saying it. It looked like the sort of it was when I truly said that Maguire looks world class, man. Properly world class. The sort of impactful defender that you look at and you go, wow, that sort of inspiring others around him to play better. That's the sort of level that Maguire got to at Euro 2020. And now look at him. It's mad. And Luke Shaw as well scored in the final, was brilliant the whole way through, a couple of assists too. Shaw looked world class. And then today, both of their asses have fallen out. I don't know what's happened. It's like they're hungover and have been all season long. So that trio there, that scares the poop out of me. Matic, Maguire and Shaw going up against Sarr. If Watford are clever and Watford are smart, this square here is going to be where the majority of the football is played for Watford today. They need to be isolating Shaw as much as possible. They need to be isolating Maguire as much as possible. Balls in behind. If they can time it right and they can get balls over the top there, down to the sort of balls that Sarr can chase, you're going to get Maguire coming. You might get Maguire giving a penalty away against Sarr today. Yeah, I don't know. If Watford are smart, they will definitely try to exploit that. But what's all your predictions, eh? What's all your predictions? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll give my prediction quite soon as well. Kieran, you're saying you're not confident, to be honest. You got Ebenezer watching from Ethiopia. Hello to you. Before I quickly move on and look at your predictions, remember a couple of giveaways that I'm doing at the moment on United People's TV. One is for a Paddy Evra autobiography. Look at that. Signed by absolutely nobody. But to be in the chance of winning that, all you got to do is tweet Evra and just tag United People's TV in it. Just like tweet Evra with anything you can to try and get him on the show. I've seen plenty of you already tweeting. Trust me, I'm keeping an eye on all of those. And for anybody else who doesn't know, every single week here on United People's TV, we're giving away a CR7 Ronaldo shirt. 2 were given away on Friday. 1 to Josh and 1 to, what was his name? Can't remember his name. Another guy on Facebook. But they're going to get sent out at the start of this week. And if you want to be in with a chance, just hit that join button on YouTube. Or if you're watching on Facebook, hit the support now button. I'd love to have you on board. Become part of the members family. But let me see what your predictions are ahead of the game today. Chris, you're saying Watford 2-1 with Sarr man of the match. I think Sarr was man of the match when I'm pretty sure they beat us. I'm pretty sure I remember it. Cedric, you're saying Sancho will score today. I hope so. Hope you're right. Takeoff, you're saying 3-1 to Watford. Rhino, you're saying not confident. 1-1 at best. I can't see a win here, or at least a convincing win. Jim, you're saying my heart says 3-1 to United, but my brain says 2-2. Well, they're 2 very, very different scores. Ozzy, nice to see you, Ozzy. You're saying 2-0 to Watford. Paula, you're going for a 2-1 win. Let me see what else is there. Will, you're saying 3-1. Klein, you're saying 3-2. Ronaldo and Sancho 2-1. My prediction for today. I think United will win, but I don't think United will win with style. And I think we're going to come out of this game today with a lot of frustrations, the same sort of frustrations that we went into it. I think defensively, we're going to concede quite a few clear-cut chances to Watford. I wouldn't expect them to be struggling for opportunities. I think De Gea will have a good game, but I think United will have enough quality to win this game today. But I don't expect it to be the convincing sort of win that I would love to see from United. That's why I'm going for a 2-1. Don't know about the scorers. Don't really care. Ronaldo will probably come up again. But as I said, for me, it's reached that point now where performances are equally as important as results. So what I would like to see today is when you play away from home, rule number 1, don't concede in the first 10, 15 minutes. It's a 90-minute game, right? I know it would be brilliant to come out and just tear Watford apart. But it's been the international break. They're going to be boisterous at home. They're going to be excited. The Vicarage Road's going to be loud. First 10 minutes, just try and control the possession. Then play out from the back with confidence. Bring yourselves into the game. After controlling that 10 minutes, quieting the crowd down a little bit. That's what you need to do away from home, man. But United rarely do what we need to do in football games. We lost our away record, which, let's be honest, meant absolutely nothing anyway. We all know that. But going down here, Dave, you're saying a very, very nervous 2-1 win. I would probably say that's what I'm going for. As I said, a nervous 2-1 win. I would back United to have enough to come through and to win the game. But I just fear. I just fear it won't be the change that we really, truly need. Dr. Ranuj, I can see you down there waiting, sir. So I'll bring you in for a quick chat ahead of the game. Let me get the starting 11 up here, and then I'll bring you on. How are you doing, Doc?
Hey Sam, how are you, man?
I'm doing all right. How are you feeling about the game today?
I don't know. I mean, I predicted 3-0 win. Let's see what
3-0 win,
happens.
yeah?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, in my starting 11, I predicted McTominay, Fred, but always surprised me. I thought Van de Beek would start.
Yeah, I thought Van de Beek would start. I think we all thought Van de Beek would start. I predicted Fred and Van de Beek, so I got mine completely and utterly wrong.
Can you give me a minute? I'll be right back. 10 seconds.
Yeah,
10
he'll be
seconds.
right back. Sounds like the doggy dog is coming. The doggy dog. Don't know why I just said that. Hey, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect today. I'm a bit nervous. Nervous is... I don't know the right word to describe it anymore. It's there's a real there's an acceptance of what Manchester United are at the moment from all of us now, because after Liverpool and City, you just can't hide it anymore. There is no hiding it. And Rio Ferdinand said it before the game. I'm probably going to do maybe a reaction to this after. But Rio Ferdinand, let me try and pull the quotes up here for you. Here. Right. This is what Rio Ferdinand. I'm not going to do it on stream here because, well, you can't actually hear it because it's coming through my headphones. But Rio was speaking on BT Sport and he was asked about Solskjaer. And he goes, I'm not saying I'm enjoying a manager should lose his job. Things aren't going well. So maybe there needs to be a change to improve things. And what he said there was basically, he was saying that, it's my job to be honest and to speak about how things are. And I think Rio's kind of reflected my own sort of thought process with what's happened with Solskjaer. It reached a point where it was after Liverpool. It reached a point where I couldn't sit here and honestly have a conversation with you as I do every single time we go live together or I do another video. I'm honest and open about it. I couldn't at that point say that Solskjaer shouldn't be sacked. Right? Simple as that. I wouldn't ever call wouldn't ever call for Manchester United to lose because you know what? I don't care about what happens with. I support Manchester United as a football club, as I've supported them my whole life, and I will support them after Solskjaer leaves, just as I supported them before Solskjaer came in. Managers and players will come and go, but Man United as a football club will always remain. And I hope that whatever comes after Solskjaer, we can get further up that ladder. But I think Rio, as I said, his comments were quite reflective of my own opinion and how that opinion has changed. But let's see if Anuj, let's see if Doc can come back now that Pluto's been quieting down. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's all right. What's your prediction for the game today then?
Yeah, I predicted 3-0. Let's see if it comes true. I mean, look, looking at the starting 11, I think when we will attack, I think Matic will stay back and we will switch to 4-3-3, in my opinion,
Right.
which would allow a lot of exchanging and one-touch football in the opposition half. I mean,
so you think it might end up being more like that?
Yeah, when we are in attack, I think that's what will happen. But I'm
let's
worried
so.
about the circle you showed, the square you showed about Matic, Maguire, and Shaw. I mean, though Matic is like 110 years old, man.
Yeah, I know. He is ancient and he is slow AF. So, if Watford is smart, and they're a Premier League team, Watford would definitely have been doing their research and know that that's going to be the weakness of Manchester United. So they should be trying to exploit it. If they don't, they're just badly managed. And it's also where their greatest strength in it as well. So it goes hand in hand. So I think they will do that. But 3-0, that's a serious bit of confidence there, my friend. I hope you're right. I hope the doc is right. Doctors are never wrong, are they? Right? Well, maybe they are. Maybe with the first one, no, you won't be. But look, enjoy yourself, Anuj. I hope you're right about the 3-0 win. And I'll probably speak to you after, buddy. Take it easy. Oh, Doc is confident. I don't know where that confidence is coming from. I'll be completely honest. Jeez. I don't know what else to say here. Look, I'll give it another couple of minutes. Everybody, you get your final questions and your final opinions in ahead of the game, and we'll wrap this one up because kickoff's in just under 15 minutes. But my true feelings about today is that I think United will have enough to win the game, but not have enough to change the narrative. I think 2-1 is going to be my prediction, but I think it's going to be a scrappy game. I don't think it'll be a game that United really hold on and control, and that's what I really want to see. Nick, nice to see you there, buddy. As always, you should join as a member. I think Nick can maybe join as a mod at some point soon as well. Salim, definitely. I'm voting Salim for a mod. Someone get him in. Nick, you're saying, what if Ole makes it to Christmas with Donny, Jesse, Eric, Wan, Alex, Ahmed, all probably unhappy? We could have a rebuild 2 on our hands very soon. That's a very fair and concerned question. There are definitely... I've praised Solskjaer's man management before. But it's reached a point now where that loyalty to certain individuals is basically creating a ravine inside this United squad. He's creating a split, isn't he? Solskjaer, because of the players that he's so loyal to and the players that he isn't loyal to, he's creating a divide so that when he leaves the room, there's certain people that have a conversation. He's creating cliques with this loyalty. And therefore, I don't know. It's not really working in his favour anymore. I think that's a really fair comment there. Nyongo, you're saying Watford are not informed too. Anything can happen. Of course they could. Of course they could. But United are not informed at all. Jonathan, what are you saying? Two of Sancho, Rashford, and Bruno need to play well today to win this game. I mean, we're looking at world-class footballers here. We've got Sancho, Rashford, Bruno, and Ronaldo, who all in their own elements, some more than others, are world-class. There should be more than enough there to be beating this Watford team. It's just what you say about this United team. It's what you said all season long, right? As long as United play well going forward, there's enough in that attack to beat most teams. Most teams easily. Simply. Mark, you're asking, how the hell is Donny not playing? Mark, I have no idea whether he is... I don't know. It's like Zaha V2, isn't it? Zaha under Moyes, you were like, what's going on? Now, Zaha, of course, was signed by Fergie, and maybe Moyes just didn't like him. I don't know what that was. I'll be honest, that was a real disappointment. I think we were right to sign Zaha when we did. So exciting at Palace. And if Fergie had stayed, Zaha would have been Nani V2. That's who Zaha would have been for United. The sort of player that frustrates you a lot, but wow, he's got a great return. Didn't work out for him. Now, Donny van der Beek is falling into that category now. Michael, you're going for a 3-1 win, and Top Dog, you're going for 3-0. Hopefully get a clean sheet. AH Rainey, you're saying, does Ollie know anything other than a 4-2-3-1? In desperation, he did a 5 defense formation, which was a complete disaster against City. He does. Of course, he knows more than 4-2-3-1, but it's typically in a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-5-2, 5-3-2, however you want to call it. And I stand by the idea that if Man United had signed that defensive midfielder this summer, we would have properly switched to that 4-3-3, which really would have taken this team forwards. And instead, we've stagnated. Prince, you're saying, I'm tired with Ollie topics. Ollie's a wicked guy. Praise Van der Beek. And today he is on the bench. Yeah, it's odd, man. It's odd. There's nothing you can really logically say about Donny van der Beek now that we haven't already spoken about, eh? Repeated stories, repeated conversations. And I can't really understand in any way, shape or form why Donny van der Beek is not in that team. And hell, let's see how the first 20, 30 minutes of this game goes. Because if Matic and McTominay find that they're too slow and they're getting overrun in midfield, the cries are going to get even louder. Solskjaer is capable of making half-time substitutions. He has done them before, but I don't think he'll do one today. We'll see. Let me go down to the comments, read a few more of these out, and then we'll wrap it up for today. Keep firing in your predictions. John, you're going for a 4-2. Zaha's a good player, but doesn't have the talent of Nani. There's certain aspects of Nani's game that he doesn't have, but Zaha's a very, very, very talented player. That midfield against Watford, no wonder why the fear factor is no longer there, says Trini. Yeah, and I think Watford will probably take a bit of confidence from that, looking at our starting 11. But then at the same time, they're looking at a front four of Rashford, Sancho, Bruno, and Ronaldo. So I don't think they will be taking too much confidence from that. And we all know, man, it's Jekyll and Hyde. We've seen more of the bad side of United than we have in the last few months. If we're looking at positives that have come out since the last international break, you're looking at the second half comeback against Atalanta. I'm not sure what else I would say is a positive. It's been pretty dismal. The form's been consistent and consistently bad against good teams, against average teams, and against great teams. Level playing field, United just have not turned it on in any way, shape, or form. Will they do it today? We'll find out in 10 minutes. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me in the United Legacy Arms. I'm looking forward to at some point this season, we can all come into this. Actually, no, when was it? What game was it before? It was Atalanta. I came in, I was like, I'm actually a bit confident today. We might actually do something. And then we were absolutely crap. And then Atalanta played us off the park. And I was like, well, that will teach you, Sam. That will teach you for being confident going into a game. You can't help this feeling of pessimism at the moment. It's pretty, it all encompasses. It covers United completely. But hey, let's see what goes on. My prediction is a 2-1 win, but not the sort of win that I want to see. I want to see a dominant 2. I want to see a confident United really controlling a relegation threatened Watford. They haven't scored in 4 of their last 5 games. But I can't rule out the fact today's going to be scrappy. I'm going for a 2-1 win. Let's find out. Jonathan saying have a few scoops. I will have a few scoops. You have a couple of scoops as well, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. Let's try and be positive. I'm trying to be as positive as possible. And I want to see United play well, dominate today. I want to see Sancho score his first goal. I want to see Ronaldo back on that score sheet. Hell, I want to see us keep a clean sheet. Not too much to ask, is it? Well, it is actually. But look, thank you very much for all joining in today. I've enjoyed the therapy session, which is the United Legacy Arms at the moment. But let's see if United can turn it around, start this hectic period where we've got 11 games in the next, 5 weeks? We start today with Watford. Can we win? Yeah, we should. We should be winning this game, even if our form is bad. But thank you all very much for joining in. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming on and being part of the Legacy Arms. Make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. And I will be here straight after the game with my match reaction, as always. So make sure you check that out. And hopefully it can be after a win. Fingers crossed.